very
Give me an example
stressful.
of like a time that
Okay.
you were pulled over and you were like, "Why is this dude pulling me over?" Like,
Okay,
what's going on?
the last time I was pulled over, I took the police officer to court because for example, this phone, my cell phone, I
Yeah.
keep in a wallet.
Yeah.
I bought my vehicle because I wanted Bluetooth.
Mm-hmm.
So I have my phone in my wallet. I'm never going to be talking on my phone
Yeah.
because I'm hands free.
Yeah.
I had an injury on my hand, and I'm so thankful that I took a photo of it. And I was at a red light, and I was sitting down at the light, waiting at the light, and I just looked at my my hand.
Yeah.
I went like that. I took a left. Whew, cop pulled me over and said, yeah, I saw you talking on your phone. I said, no, you didn't. He goes, no, you didn't. I said, yeah.
Let me just make sure that's
Jeez. I said, what? I said, he pulled me over for using my cell phone. I said, and he said, well, no, I saw you. There's no two ways about it. Just pay the ticket and it'll be done. I said, I'm not paying anything because I didn't do anything. And he says, well, okay, fine, up to you, but you better pay the ticket. I said, I'm not paying it. I took the ticket. I went and did my research. I took photos of my hand. I brought my registration to my vehicle. I asked him, what time of day was it? What was I doing? And I even
You had him on the stand.
I had him on the stand. Yeah, and I had him on the stand, and I was wearing a suit, and I had my jacket, and I said, how many fingers am I holding up? And I said, so if you can't see my fingers through my jacket, how the hell are you going to see through 6 inches of metal? Because he was down lower, I was up on all of these things, and he just expected that, and he wanted to search my car too, and I said, you're not searching my vehicle.
What?
Oh, yes, yeah. For what? What for? Yeah. I said,
But they're not allowed to search your vehicle.
you didn't know I knew that. So.
This is like somewhat recently.
Yeah. This was about 3 years ago. Yeah, and in court he's sitting there scratching his head, and I said, I told you I'm not paying this ticket. I didn't do anything wrong. If I've creeped through a stop sign, and the police officer said, do you know why I stopped you? And I go, yes, I do. And he goes, that's I just want to explain to you, sir, it's for your own safety. And I was like, thank you, because I don't know how many times I may have done that, but he explained to me what had happened and why. I honestly thanked him for the ticket because I'll never do that again.
Yeah.
But don't stop me over some because police officers have quotas at the end of the month. Don't try that with me because I've been in enough experiences where I used to be. One of the main things I'm concerned about, and this may sound interesting, weird to you, is that when the police pull me over, one of my concerns is being robbed.
By the policeman.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Being robbed, being beaten, being arrested, or being shot. Now, that should not be something that runs through my mind or it's anybody's mind. It should be, oh, hey, police, what's going on? But these are the things I've experienced. I've had guns pulled on me.
You have?
Yeah. I've had guns put in.
Someone who pulled you over that was a policeman that.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yes, I'm serious. Yeah, it'd be easier to just shoot you, but I can't. But we're not supposed to do that. All of this. Yeah, but these are the things that people don't see. These are the things that people. Yeah, and those are the things that you swallow. This is why I have forced education on myself, knowing my rights, protected myself. I take martial arts. I've learned how to use weapons. Not to be aggressive, to prototect myself. Because you know me, I'm
calm as a
one other quick thing. I was at the last time I was in a fight. I was at. Did I tell you? I was at.
I want you to tell this. Actually, this is the story.
Yeah,
I
told. Yeah.
At the.
I was at the liquor store, and I go there about once. Once I go there enough to.
During the pandemic.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know. I asked the guy yesterday. I said,
alcohol sales.
He goes, yeah. Was our sales up? He goes, oh God, this is ridiculous.
It's good to be in the alcohol business.
It is. No, I was at the liquor store. This was about 3-4 years ago, and they know me there. I've actually stopped somebody from running out, grabbing a bottle and running out. And I don't work there. I'm not a cop. I don't, So I stopped and they're, oh, thank you so much. Yeah, no problem. So as I was walking to the store, I just caught the tail end of the cashier saying, please leave the store to these three guys. They wanted to buy alcohol, but they had no ID.
Yeah.
They were walking out. I was walking in. The guy says to me, hey, bro, you buy me some alcohol? As if like to say, oh, you'll break the law, so let's ask you.
Yeah.
I said, no. I just saw you got kicked out, so go and get your ID.
Yeah.
And whenever it seems to be like a default move, whenever in doubt, call him nigger. Fuck you, you fucking nigger. And I was like, so I had to okay, what is there something I have to go through this
That's
whole?
bold,
I got to
dude.
go through
I mean,
this. Well, it was three.
seriously.
It was three of them. It was three of them. And
I'm
then
just saying though. I mean, honestly,
it's insane.
Yeah.
It's weird. And so one was in front of me, two were in the back, and I realized, okay, what's going on? And next thing you know, I'm like, why don't you just go home and get your ID? Boom! I got headbutt. I was spitting sand out, but I realized now it was my teeth. And then the other two jumped me. So I'm fighting, and I'm thinking, when you're in a fight, I don't care. Every fight I've ever been in my life, I'm scared. I'm not like, yeah, and then I did this, and it's terrifying.
It's not like a movie. Where
No,
you're like,
it's
oh,
not.
yeah,
It's ugly. It's you don't
terrible.
know if someone's trying to kill you.
It's
so
animalistic. I mean,
yeah.
you're like fighting for your
For your life,
Kind of. Like,
exactly.
You're probably worried that I could die here.
Yeah. So it feels like everything's going in slow motion. So I look over to see, okay, someone's going to come out and say, hey, leave that guy alone. You guys get something, you know what I mean? Nothing. All of a sudden, I see the doors of the liquor store shut. Everybody's inside, and everybody's just, mostly white people, sitting there watching. And I'm like, I'm thinking all these things. I could be getting killed right here, and people are just watching. Why isn't someone coming to help me? So I'm not, it's just one of those things that taught me that no matter what, until there's a better day, you're alone, man. You're by yourself. Any situation you get into, you're just by yourself. You gotta figure it out. Just figure it out, or else don't accept whatever happens. Nothing happened out of that, other than me getting 2 new front teeth. But
Jesus.
yeah, there. And in regards to the police, though, I do want to say I have some very good friends on the Vancouver police force. One of my good friends, Jeff Harris, he's the SWAT leader.
Okay.
Wonderful guy. I've worked on films and stuff with him.
Does he give you a bit of like background SWAT?
He taught me. Pretty much taught me most of the stuff that I know.
Okay.
And this other guy, clearing rooms, and he played a cop.
Yeah. I'm just thinking of World Planet of the Apes or stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. So, but I mean, for every one of him, there's more good, wonderful, outstanding individuals, police officers than there are the bad cops. But you can't tell them apart because they all have the same uniform on.
Yeah.
And you have to. So whenever I get stopped, I have to decipher. Okay, what did I not do, and what did I do?
Yeah.
And I have to be. I can't let the officer dominate the conversation, because sometimes cops will come up and they're like, "Hey, what's up, man?" And I'm like, "What's with the lack of professionalism around?"
Yeah.
It's so
you gotta
it's
read the room very quickly to know who you're dealing with.
Yeah, my head is like, yeah. So it's
senses,
every time it's a big ordeal to just. I have to have my T's crossed and I's dotted, whatever. It's
Wow.
And it takes a lot of energy, but it's what you got to do. But people don't see that, and I don't run around complaining, "Hey, look what this guy did." People. I would bet that anybody out there that's watching this, if you have a black friend, and you've asked him about or her about what's it like, with the racism and stuff, they're probably downplaying it, because to really face it and talk about it,
it's dark.
And it really, it's a long story.
Yeah.
And it's a painful story, and it's one that I'd rather I mean, I really appreciate you being so kind to, face this rather than talk about it from an outside view. This is very, very, very brave and courageous and giving and of
I
you.
love it.
Yeah, and but it's it's like, let's talk about the day your mom died, like, or talk about the that kind of it's
You
that
almost don't
kind of
want to go into it.
Yeah.
Like, now I got to go into it and feel what I'm gonna
yeah, and
feel
then you're gonna
about it,
remember
or-
stuff that you put away. So, but I think this is a time. This is now the time to speak about these things because the world is actually listening,
Totally.
and there are people like you that are giving sound and voice to the airways and knowledge. Because if it wasn't for the digital age, I still think we'd be in the dark ages.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen. No, what are you talking about? So.
When did you? I'm curious about this. When did you? Like, because you've been on this journey of sort of, at first you were like, I'm just a kid and I'm just out there playing around the school, and then you realize, oh, there's this energy coming at me. What did I do? Well, you go internal, then you realize, oh, wait a second.
It's like,
this is
here we
actually
go.
racism. Da, da, da.
Yeah.
And then you're fighting and you're da, da, da. At what point in your life did you come to peace around the world's system that we currently have? Like, or have you? Have you come to peace?
No, I've never come to peace with it.
Interesting. Okay, that's what
it's more go along to get along. It's not because it's no. I've never come to peace with it because I don't even like to see. It's not just I just don't like injustice.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I would hang out with anybody. One of my best friends, the guy who was my best man at my wedding, his name is Ted Wilson. He's a white guy with red hair. Like, people like, what? Yeah. He was my best man because he's been my best friend throughout my whole entire life to this very second.
Yeah.
And he and I connected because he had he had a really bad stutter when he was younger.
Okay.
When he would get nervous, his ears would get pink. They would call him Pinky. But he was really damn good at hockey. They hated that. He was an excellent skater, scorer, awesome at golf.
Yeah.
Anything he tried, the better he got, the more they hated him. And it's because he was kind of an outcast too. And he couldn't hide either. He's red hair, Yeah. So, he was he's a wonderful. I'm talking about Bud Light. He's dead. He's a wonderful guy. Yeah. So
Yeah.
no, it's.
I guess I don't. I mean, maybe it's not necessarily coming to peace with it, because I know you'll never accept, and I wouldn't either. I would never accept that. But it's that sense of like, how am I gonna move through this with some sense of, okay, this is really effed up what's out there, but how am I gonna move through my life with a sense of not accept. I don't know what the word is.
What I did is when
I
started preparing myself for the battle that I knew that I was going to continually go through, and what I mean by that is when I started educating myself on my rights. I started physically building muscle. I started paying attention to what people say, and not taking another person's word for granted. Excuse me, what did you say? When I realized it wasn't going to happen, I had to adjust to protect myself.
Yeah.
And the more protected I was, self-protected I was, the better the odds were for me to succeed.